That gap is expulsion from the Garden of Eden, original sin, whole impossible distance between human and divine. Remember that video game, The Oregon Trail? It's like a river you can't ford because no matter how many oxen you have, how good your wagon is, the river's just too damn wide. Somebody drowns. There's a poet, Robert Browning, said.
But man's reach should exceed his grasp, for what is heaven for?
So yeah, Michelangelo got it down. The god of gap. One electrifying inch. I started seeking when Isabel told me she didn't call me back. I remember standing on a cliff above the beach, waves crashing below me, sky above me. I felt breathless, gasping and shaking like my heart had been taken or ripped from my chest. But joyfully. It's just me underneath the stars, my first experience of God. You won't believe it, but God gave me an orgasm. For as long as there's been a God gap, I've tried to close it. Is this how I find it again? In the Christian tradition, it's called laying on of hands. I look for you. Inside this cavernous cathedral, come here! I was standing on that cliff, grappling with the gap that Isabel had left, and legend has it that when the first Jewish temple was destroyed in ancient Jerusalem, it burned for 24 hours, a whole day. On that cliff, when I was having my first godgasm. It was like I was letting go of the temple I had built for Isabel. Letting it burn. During the firebombing in Dresden, the Cathedral Frauenkirche sheltered more than 300 people. After withstanding more than 2 days and nights of firebombing, sandstone pillars were bright red. Slow. Are made of 2 kinds of wood, sapwood and hardwood. The hardwood's the old wood in the center of the tree. You can carve it all out and the tree survives. You can actually take the heart out of the tree and it will heal itself. When the Jews' first temple was destroyed, they built a second one. When that temple was pillaged, they broke in to try to reclaim it, but they found only a single jug of oil to keep their holy lamps burning. But legend has it that oil burned for 8 days. That was all they needed to make the temple holy again. 3,000 years later, Frauenkirche was rebuilt from its original stones. The son of one of the pilots who bombed it made it a new golden cross. And at the reconsecration ceremony, Frauenkirche's bells rang for the first time in 60 years. Reconsecration doesn't bring the old temple back. It lets us make something of what we've lost. The thing we call God is in the space between God's hand and man's on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. It's that space where sparks fly, where Icarus burns his wings. The point is not to stretch out to the other side and get there because it's reaching that makes us humans, not gods. The other day, I ran into Isabel again. She had these new tattoos on her lower back, sound holes, with a violin. She said,
My body is my instrument.
"My body is my instrument." Our losses become our sound holes. We all have these resonating chambers inside. You are the instrument. like Jen.